everybody have one form of problem or the other. Now, if you have a problem, you will have to have a hope that your problem can be solved, or else
maybe believing that the outcome
will be good. Yes, believe that. That's optimism. So there is a kind of mindset that you need to have if you want to solve your problem. One of the mindsets you need is what we call optimism. Optimism is the hope that something good is going to happen. If you don't have that kind of hope that something is going to happen, you will become hopeless and you will not be creative. You will not be able to think of solutions to the problem that you have. So as a fashion designer, you're going to be facing problems. Problem from customer that are not satisfied, problem of not having enough money, problem of loss, maybe you're not able to charge, you don't know how to charge people well, problem of getting people to work for you. There are different kind of problems. So you have to be optimistic if you want to solve a problem. The second thing is that you have to have empathy. Now, empathy is different from sympathy.
Yes, sir.
When you sympathize with somebody, you are not in the shoes of the person. We are just recognizing that the person is not feeling well. Oh, sorry, this thing happened to you. It's different from, oh, I know what it feels like to lose somebody. I once lost somebody. That's the difference. So somebody that has lost somebody knows how it feels to lose somebody. But somebody that has not lost somebody, it will be difficult for the person to actually understand the pain, the emotion that the person is going through. The same thing, you want to make a dress for a customer, and the person cannot just get the right dress for the occasion. You have to be able to put yourself in the shoes of the person. How does it feel like when you don't have the perfect dress for your occasion? The perfect dress for your wedding? The perfect dress for your lecture? The perfect dress that you can wear, that after work from there you can just go to the party. What some people call business casual. Something you can wear in business environment and you still wear the same clothes and go to an event. So you have to be able to put yourself in the shoes of that person. Do you understand? Now, for you to be able to put yourself in the shoes of that person, you should be able to spend time in the environment of the person suffering the pain. You have to find yourself in that environment, or else you're not fully. That's one of the ways. Or you have an interview with the person. Ask the person questions. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Very good. Another state of mind you need to have is innovativeness. Now, innovativeness has to do with being ready to do things better. Remember I said earlier that even when everything is okay, there is still a problem. Can we do better? Do you understand? Can we do better? To me, I think one of the most stupidest thing humanity have ever thought of is to create a human being. Do you understand what I'm saying? Starting from the time of Frankenstein, when they were trying to put parts of people together and make somebody. Have there ever been a better human being?
Never.
Humans are just perfect. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you not perfect? You're perfect. I feel I'm perfect. So I think it's stupidity to want to make a better human being. That's perfection. But aside what nature have created, or what some of us will say what God have created, what else do you think you can make better? Can you make your food better? Can you make your clothes better? Can you make your machine better? Can you make people that are working for you better? Can you make your customers feel better about the services you are providing? Do you understand what I'm talking about? You get it, ba? That's innovativeness. You have to put yourself in that mindset that I'm ready to innovate. Another thing again is iteration. Now you see, when you create a solution, there is a chance that it will fail. So when I make a dress for someone that's supposed to go to an event, the person might end up not being satisfied with what I have created. Don't worry, there is a chance to get ready to try again and again and again. That's what they call iteration. Now when you are iterating, make sure there is at least one thing that you change. If you iterate without changing anything is called madness.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Take for instance now, I want to walk out of this door and there are bottles on the road. But I want to walk out of this door barefooted without the bottles piercing my leg. So maybe I just try to dodge the bottles, but one or two bottles still pierce my leg. So the first iteration should be for me to reduce the number of broken bottles on the road. But if I go back stepping on that place thinking there will be a time that the broken bottle will not step on my leg, what do you call that?
Madness.
It's madness. Stupidity. So they said Thomas Edison tried to make the electric light bulb 1,000 times. Some people said 11,000 times. Now whether it's 1,000 or 11,000 times, he was not doing the same thing. He was changing the element, the filament that was inside the bulb, until when he found tungsten. That is now the one that they used to make the electric light bulb. So he wasn't stupid, he wasn't mad. Good. So that's iteration. Then embrace ambiguity. In many cases, when you have a problem, you might not have a clear solution. Like in the case of you finding transportation to come to school today. You know you have to come to school or you have to pay a fine, right? Now, in your mind, you know that not coming to school is not an option. But you were thinking, how will I get the money to come? My daddy said he's not going to drop me today. My mom is not going to give me transportation. I did not save any money yesterday. But you knew there was going to be a way that you are going to come to school. But you were not yet sure what kind of way you're going to come to school. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So you are embracing ambiguity. You are not sure how you're going to solve the customer's problem, but you know and you believe there is a way that you can solve the customer's problem. So embrace that fact. And even when you are making attempt to solve the customer's problem, you don't know whether the customer is going to accept it or not, but you're supposed to take action, right? So you have to embrace ambiguity. Now take action. Now that you have an idea of the problem you want to solve, don't just sit down there and keep on thinking. You might keep on thinking forever. So when you are thinking, you might not have the perfect solution, but do something. Anything. Don't just sit down. Do you understand what I'm talking? Make effort. Do something. And effort means you are taking action. You are doing something. I told you guys about a movie I watched. They call The Accountant. About one smallish girl that was attacked by a villain. Now this villain was huge and strong. So the girl entered the bathroom, took out the sink, and was using it to try to smash the villain. As tiny as she was. I was just laughing. I was like, okay, yeah. But do something. Anything. Even if it means throwing a pillow on the bad guy. Just throw a pillow on the person. Who knows? A banana peel once killed somebody. The person slipped and died. So anything can happen.
The dust from the pillow might choke the person.
You say?
The dust from the pillow might choke the person.
Anything. Just do something. At least do something. Don't just sit down. Don't just sit down. When your customer is complaining, do something. When your customer is not satisfied, do something. No matter how, even if it means changing the zip, changing the thread, cutting the thread, do anything that might make the customer happy. Are we together on this? Another friend of mine you need to have is what we call imaginativeness. Now, I like imaginativeness. You have to imagine like a child. You have to imagine that, okay, you can go to Sabo without entering a car. Yes, so you're like, bah! Now you're in PZ. Bah! You're in Kaswamata. Bah! You're entered Savongeri. I don't know how you do it, but maybe with a broom can help you. It's not only witches that travel with brooms now. So, you say? Wear your canvas and jog. Imagine there could be ways that you can actually. So, you have to imagine. You say? You can skate. Yes, you can skate. Imagine skating to Sabo. You can use. Just be. Yeah, hello. All right. So we've talked about imaginativeness. So you have to be imaginative. You should be able to imagine how you're going to solve a customer's problem. I'll give you a good example. There are customers that feel insecure about their shape. Some customers feel they are not busty enough to fit into their dress. Such kind of customer will be happy if a tailor can give them a dress that will hide the fact that they are not busty, or whatever they wear, it should not make any difference whether they are busty or not. Do something about my bust. That's what the customer wants. You understand? On that level of customer, people that have tummy, they don't want people to know that they have tummy. So how can you give me a dress that when I wear, my tummy doesn't count? It still fits me. So you should be able to imagine, what kind of style should I give this customer? This is my sweet special customer that she's going to be comfortable when she wears the dress that I sewed. Are you getting it? Now some customers are also, they feel insecure about their hips. So when her and her friend go out for a party or for an outing, she feels she doesn't have hips, and the remaining friends are showing her hips, and she's feeling oppressed. So you as a fashion designer, how can you give her a dress that whether she have hips or not, it will not count? Now I am not going to tell you what to do, but you should be able to think, imagine, what should I do for this person? Would a peplum work to hide her hips? Because you know peplum, like say peplum gives you fitting around here. Okay, should I put crinoline in the peplum? Should I do hip padding? Should I give her an A-line gown that will not show her hip? Should there be a petticoat in the gown? These are options. Now these are options that many people already know. Are there other options that you can do that when she wears the dress, the fact that she doesn't have hips will not count? Now remember, you might not be able to make her, give her hips in the real sense of the God-made hips, but what can you do to make it not count in the fitting of dress that she can be proud and comfortable when she wears your dress? You have to be imaginative. Say imaginative, let me hear.
Imaginative.
Say it with a smile.
Imaginative.
Are you feeling it?
Yes.
Now so. Okay, now creativity. Creativity, you have to be ready to be creative. Now I like the word creativity. It makes me feel special. When I design a dress and I can say this is my original work, I feel like a creative person. Do you understand? So everybody wear dresses, but have you worn a dress like mine? Do you understand what I'm saying? Have you worn a dress like mine? That's creativity. Can you think outside the box? That somebody will be dressed. You get what I am talking about? Creativity. To make something, to fashion something, to craft something. You have to be ready to craft something. You get what I am talking about? You have to be ready to fashion out something. You have to be ready to fabricate something. These are all words I can use to substitute for what? I didn't get you. Creativity. Now you don't need to write now. Get the points. I told you guys when I'm speaking, you should get the points more than writing. Later you can write it in your own way. Okay. The next one is creative confidence. Now when I say creative confidence, they slightly different from creativity. You see, you can be confident and stupid. Yes, you can be confident and stupid. For instance, standing in front of a moving train. You can be confident that this train nothing go do me, or day she, but guy, something go do you. You understand? Something go do you. But you can be confidently creative. For instance, now, if you can apply the laws of physics, that as the train is approaching me, I'm going to have a propeller that maybe will shoot me up, that before the train gets to me, it will not hit me, and be sure that the train has good brakes, so in case your own fail, the you can say match brake, you know what? So you have to, you shouldn't be stupid when you are confident. You should be confident and what? So that's creative confidence. Don't be stupid. Don't do foolish things that are unrealistic. You understand? Don't do unrealistic things. There are things that your sense will tell you, say, look, the guy, this thing will not work. Okay. Then you learn from failure. You see, one of the things that make people not take action is because they are afraid of failing. Adama. They are afraid of failing. Now, failure is not a bad thing. That's why when I ask you people question, I'll be like, give me any answer. Some of you that are new will not know. I don't have a problem I don't have a problem you giving me the wrong answer. In short, when you give me the wrong answer, I am happy to know that you don't know. Do you get it? So I'm usually more proud of people that give me answers that are not right, but they are not ashamed of telling me they don't know. So I ask you a question. What is the meaning of human-centered design? Don't feel embarrassed to fail to give me the right answer. Tell me what you think human-centered design is all about. You can break the word down. You have human-centered design. In your own way, define human-centered design. You could be wrong. I will now tell you that no, that's not what it means. Like a lot of people will feel that human-centered design means to design something like a phone, a house. No. Yes, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. The design in the human-centered design is showing you that it's deliberate. It is designed purposefully to solve a particular problem. That's why they call it human-centered design. So human-centered, the concept of it being centered around human means your solution is around a human being, not something that doesn't exist. You are providing a solution for a human being that have the problem, and you are designing the solution in such a way that it is tailored, it is particularly for that person that have the problem. A good example, if you have a headache, it's not compulsory that I'll give you paracetamol. I can look for other pain relievers. It mustn't be paracetamol. As long as the solution I provide takes away your headache. That's why I said if a girl has a problem with her hips, when she wears a dress, it doesn't fit her because she doesn't have hips. It's not compulsory that you are going to create hips for her or pad her hips. There are other designs that you can do or think of doing that is going to help her feel secured about her hips. Now, when you've come up with an idea, don't be afraid to try it and fail. So when I created the dress that I felt to solve the problem about her insecure hips, it didn't work. And she was like, come on, you're a terrible fashion designer. Okay. Yes, you failed to secure what she was afraid of. It doesn't mean you should not try again. What went wrong in the last time that you shouldn't repeat again, or you need to twist? Like crinoline. You know these dresses, this peplum that girls wear, that it have crinoline that will make it stand up. You see the peplum standing up like that. In the past, we did not have dresses that the peplum was standing up. The peplums were flat. So there's some fabric like silk, that's chiffon. Whatever you do, they will collapse on your body. Silk and chiffon, they don't relax. Unlike other cotton materials that when you sew them, they will stand up. Like neoprene, others, what they call poly, thick poly, and the rest of them. So with the crinoline and the stiff gum stay, your peplum can stand up. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So if there is no one solution to a problem, there are several solutions to a particular problem. Now, the last one is no judgment. Now, honestly, no judgment to me, I feel, is an opportunity to bring about millions of solutions. And it's slightly tied to not being afraid of failing. Now, we as a team here now, we have a problem. Let's assume we have a problem of a customer that is not busty. So modesty will come and say, okay, let's pad the bust for her. Somebody that is very religious should not come and say, God forbid, Jesus said we should not pad. My religion says it's not good to put fake breast or something like that. No. For now, let's accept that option. Let's put the judgment for later. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Somebody can come and say, okay, since she's not busty, let her wear a free dress. Somebody can come and say, no, if you wear a free dress, it doesn't mean that people will still know that she's not busty now. Don't judge. It's an option of what we can do. Somebody can come and say, okay, let's sew the dress how it is, but let's advise the girl to wear a padded bra. It's an option. You get what I am talking about. So don't say, no, padded bra, no, what her wear so that she don't need to wear anything inside. It's not everybody. Don't judge. Somebody can come and say, okay, I agree she's not busty, but why don't she wear a corset so that it will make her waist look small and her hips will look big, so it will take people's eyes away from her busts. These are options. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, we'll be happy if you can share it with your friends and family, and if you want to take it to another level, we'll be happy if you can subscribe. Don't forget, the future is exciting.